2 days before the engagement ceremony, Mark held my fingertips and suddenly kissed them. Emily, don't you girls love getting manicures? Why do you never do it? I was ironing the dress I'd wear the day after tomorrow and replied with a smile. I'm in front of the computer all day. It's inconvenient for typing. Get one done. French almond nails look pretty nice. His thumb brushed against the edge of my fingernails. Get a sheer pink base with some watercolor effect. It'll really complement your skin tone. The steam from the iron scalded me a little. I shivered and looked up at him. When did you become so knowledgeable about manicures? The air froze for a few seconds. A flicker of panic crossed his eyes and he forced a smile. I saw it online too. 15 years of knowing each other. 10 years of dating. I know him too well. When he lies, he looks away, then gives a stiff smile. Then, he changes the subject. I just remembered. I haven't picked up the package downstairs yet. I'll go now. He habitually patted my head and turned to leave the house. He didn't even change his slippers. His phone was just sitting there on the sofa. I stared at it for a few seconds, entered the password, and unlocked it. We've been together for so long. This is the first time I've looked at his phone. There was nothing inside. Completely clean. I'm his only pinned chat, with the remark, Wife Master, in the chat history list. Besides family and mutual friends, only colleagues remain. Seeing this, I should feel relieved. But the stone in my chest is still pressing down, as if by instinct. I clicked on the list of people he added as friends in his contacts. Within 3 months, there was only one person. The profile picture was Leo in a basketball jersey, his favorite basketball player, Mark. Clicking on his profile, it was a girl nicknamed Charlotte. The chat history had already been deleted. Even the initial ad prompts were gone. I exited the interface and typed her nickname into the search bar. Another search brought up a group chat called Drinking Buddy. The group was folded by Mark, but the chat history was all there. There were 5 people in the group. Mark, Charlotte, and Mark's 3 childhood friends. I had no idea that during these 3 months, Mark's sudden overtime nights were actually spent drinking at a bar. Charlotte was the bartender at the bar. The 4 of them often went to her bar for a drink. On July 6th, his childhood friend Kai posted a photo. Charlotte was leaning in Mark's arms, her eyes hazy from drinking, smiling while holding his arm. My eyes immediately fell on those slender fingers. The French almond-shaped nails. The candid shot is epic. Old Mark, if it weren't for Emily, I would definitely set you and Anna up. Mark replied, if I didn't have Emily, would I need you to set me up? On July 15th, Mark sent a message. Don't you dare send that video of Charlotte and me from last night. It was just an accident. Kai, don't worry, bro. Anna, so I kissed you after getting drunk. Don't take it to heart. Your girlfriend isn't that petty, is she? Then a string of stickers followed. July 25th. Kai sent a message. What's going on? MS. Tang is amazing. You've got a hickey all over old Lou's neck. Childhood friend Ryan. Old Lou, you're done for. If Jessica sees this, she'll kill you. Mark. I haven't been back these past 2 days. I slept at Charlotte's. I only then realized that his sudden business trip those 2 days was to hide the marks on his neck from me. Continuing to scroll down. It was August 1st, the day Mark proposed to me. That night, he left me to hang out with friends and didn't come back all night either. The next day when I got home, my face was actually bruised. He said his childhood friend got drunk and they fought. Turns out that wasn't the case at all. Kai. Old Lou is fierce. And you even got to play hero saving the damsel. Mark. That scumbag dared to harass Charlotte. I'd be letting him off easy if I didn't chop his hands off. Anna. Thanks for last night. After you get married, who else will protect me like this? Mark. You are my little girl. Married or not, I will protect you for a lifetime. My heart felt like it was being squeezed tightly by a large hand. I couldn't breathe. After finishing the chat history, many of my doubts over this period finally had answers. Mark inexplicably worked overtime frequently, cat hair on his clothes, and a new playlist of unfamiliar songs. All of this had something to do with Anna. It took me almost a minute to fully accept this fact. In the year we were about to get married, my fiancé's feelings had strayed. Click to pay the bill. A week ago, Mark spent 900 yuan at a nail salon in the city center. Nail salon. It finally added up. A noise came from outside the door, and I quietly put my phone back. The packages he brought back were all things he bought for me. This is the pie cake you've always wanted to eat. This is the phone case you liked last time. I bought all 3 different colors. And this, your Labubu blind box. I managed to snag it on the mini program. He unpacked a pile of things and then looked at me with a smile. When he smiles, his eyes curve into crescent moons, which is very beautiful. You're so good to me. You're my wife. Who else would I be good to if not you? I looked at him quietly, my heart feeling like it was being cut by a knife. The next morning, I went to that nail salon. Please help me retrieve the surveillance footage from that day. In the video, he and Anna walked in arm. Mark was also carrying Anna's blue canvas bag. Throughout the 4 hours of nail service, Mark sat on the sofa the entire time, accompanying her. Anna turned back to talk to him from time to time. Even though the image quality was blurry, one could still see the doting look on his face. After finishing her nails, Anna skipped over to Mark and spread her hands out for him to see. Mark chuckled and looked down, gently pinching her fingertips. I watched quietly until a store employee handed me a tissue, and that's when I realized I was crying. I clearly remember that day I was so busy I couldn't even stand still. And I also got a stomachache. After working overtime all night, I still had to endure stomach pain to purchase wedding favors and flowers. He told me there was a problem with the project and he couldn't be with me. He even vividly complained to me about how furious the boss was. So it was all a lie. For those 4 hours, he had been at the nail salon with Charlotte. Have they been here before? The store employee stammered. Miss Xue is a regular customer at our shop. She comes in twice a month on average. Since last month, this gentleman has been accompanying her. I nodded. Do one for me that's the same as hers. French almond nails, with a sheer pink base and a gradient effect. When Mark got home in the evening and saw my new nails, his face suddenly turned pale. Do they look good? I waved my hands at him. He instinctively took 2 steps back. I had them done in the style you mentioned last time. Don't you like them? They look good. I stared into his eyes. Is there anything you want to tell me? Complex emotions churned in the depths of his eyes. The desperate attempt to hide the panic and fluster, as well as the hesitation and guilt. In the end, he still shook his head. He put his arm around my shoulder intimately, just like before. Emily, get some rest early. Tomorrow is our big day. I suddenly remembered. Sarah needs to talk to me about something. I need to go to her place. His brows furrowed slightly. Your best friend is really unreliable. Why didn't you say so earlier? It's past 10. I'll drive you. I shook my head, pulled my hand away, and turned to leave the house. Perhaps I wanted to put my heart at ease once and for all. I still went to Anna's bar. Sunmi. The dim yellow lighting, with lazy light music playing. I saw the girl mixing drinks behind the bar at a glance. She had exquisite makeup on, with flashy pink hair, and was tucking a slice of lemon into the glass rim with her head down. I always thought Mark couldn't possibly like such a flashy, outgoing girl. He always said he liked my obedient appearance the most. Gentle, understanding, like a blooming flower. Walking to the bar, I said softly, 1 Long Island iced tea, please. Anna glanced at me, a faint smile appearing, tinged with loneliness. Okay, sis. Please wait a moment. You don't look very happy. Is it that obvious? She rubbed her eyes. The man I like is getting engaged tomorrow. Didn't you try to keep him? She shook her head, her face full of stubbornness. What right do I have to ask you to stay? Our relationship was wrong from the start. I took the drink she handed me and said with a trembling voice, make me another one, please. This one's on me. Perhaps it was the bitterness in my heart with nowhere to vent. With just 1 drink, she treated me like a confidant. She told me everything about her and Mark. Clear as day. I know he has a girlfriend, but I fell in love with him anyway. I clumsily seduced him and showed my affection, and he understood but never rejected me. Fueled by alcohol, I kissed him. It felt like we were both waiting for that moment. He pinned me against the stall door in the restroom. That was our first time. After I sobered up, he said he couldn't betray his fiancé, but he still came to find me when I said I was scared of being alone. I know he hasn't loved his girlfriend for a long time. That 30-year-old woman, always dressed like an old lady, can't even do her makeup properly. How can he tolerate her for so many years? He said he was getting engaged. And I cried for a long time. He held me and comforted me. And when I fell asleep, he left. I must have been crazy. I actually went to his marital home. He said I was crazy too. And we ended up together in his and his fiancé's bedroom. Without even using protection. That time, I didn't even take any pills. I just thought, if I could get pregnant, would he be with me then? When he held me, I could really feel that he loved me. If I had met him first, how could he possibly have chosen that old woman? Her eyes turned red as she spoke, and she smiled sheepishly at me. Sister, you don't look down on me, do you? At that moment, it felt like a piece of my heart had been hollowed out. The pain of betrayal and the pain of humiliation intertwined. When the pain reached its peak, it felt like only numbness remained. The phone rang. She took out her phone to look, and tears mingled with a smile. Sister, look, I told you he couldn't let me go. She put him on speaker. Mark's voice came through faintly. Baby, are you at the bar? Can I come find you? You're getting engaged tomorrow. I'm already at the entrance of the bar. One last time. I want to hug you again. When Mark entered, I had already left. Standing at the street corner, I happened to see Anna rush into his arms. The kiss was passionate and lingering. I covered my chest, did nothing, and turned to leave. Back at our marital home, my phone vibrated twice, and I received a message from Mark. Emily, don't chat too late with Sarah. I'll pick you up on time tomorrow morning. Love you. Seeing the word love again, I only felt disgusted. I didn't reply at all. I deleted him and blocked him. Opening the refrigerator, a row of fruit wines was neatly arranged inside. They were exactly the same as the ones in Anna's bar refrigerator. I drank 2 whole bottles. After the alcohol took hold, I could no longer hold back. I smashed all the furniture in my house. I rummaged through drawers and cabinets, finding the photo album that held our memories, and the hundreds of letters he wrote to me in college. I always treasured these things. Looking at them now, they seem so cheap. I tore them to shreds, and with a single fire, burned them all away. Looking at the mess around me, I left this place filled with lies. Just as I stepped out of my house, Sarah's call came through. She said with a hint of teasing, Emily, your guy just called me, asking if we're together. Where did you go? Why are you using me as a shield? I couldn't hold back anymore and burst into tears. Sarah, can I come over to your place? What's wrong? I don't want to go through with this wedding. I want to break up with Mark. Upon hearing the whole story, Sarah's reaction was even more intense than mine. How dare he find a mistress? By then, I had calmed down, even feeling fortunate that I hadn't discovered this too late. If I had actually married him and then found out about all this, I didn't dare to imagine how pathetic I would have felt back then. That night, Sarah and I talked a lot. My emotions gradually stabilized. After the pain of loss came the anger of betrayal. I didn't notify anyone to cancel the engagement party. Instead, I quietly turned off my phone, slept until noon the next day. When I turned on my phone again, it had been bombarded with calls. The knocking on the door was incessant. Anna Shue took off her earplugs and said to me with a grimace, "They've been knocking for an hour. I'm really afraid the neighbors will call the police." I calmly went to the bathroom to wash up before slowly opening the door. When Mark Liu saw me, his face was full of anger. Jessica, do you know what day it is today? It's our engagement ceremony. You're disappearing on me at a time like this. He grabbed my wrist and pulled me out. You've messed up the wedding house too. What are you even doing? Come with me right now. Relatives and friends are all waiting. I violently shook his hand off. I'm not getting engaged anymore. Jessica, are you crazy? Do you know what you're saying? I turned and went back to the living room. I took out a nail clipper and cut off my nail polish one by one. Mark Liu, who had been furious just moments ago, suddenly stiffened. His pupils trembled, as if he'd been acupunctured, and he stood frozen in place. Mark Liu, I've given you a chance. If you had confessed to me in advance, I would have broken up with you peacefully and canceled the engagement ceremony. At least it wouldn't have been so ugly. But you're still treating me like an idiot, so I don't need to save face for you anymore. Send me bar. Did you have fun drinking yesterday? Mark completely panicked. He knelt before me and held my hand. Emily, let me explain. I don't want to hear it. All the pent-up grievances and anger erupted in that instant. I slapped him with all my might. Then again, My sharp nails left bloody streaks on his face. My shirt buttons were also torn off, and I vented my emotions on him like a madwoman. From beginning to end, he didn't dodge or say a single word. Only when my wrists went numb and my palms started to sting did I finally stop. I panted, staring intently into his eyes. The surroundings were deathly silent. After a long pause, he took my arm and said tremblingly, "Emily, are you still angry? For 15 years. This is the only time. I only let myself go this once. Please forgive me." Okay. I didn't speak. My eyes were vacant, and tears fell silently. "Emily, you can't give up on me. You can't leave me. Don't you know? I've loved you to the bone." The heartfelt words were like spoiled cake. So disgusting. "You are my life. How can I live if you leave me?" I looked at him and replied word for word. "Then go die. You." Mark probably never imagined that I would say such heartless words. For all these years I've been with him, I've suppressed my emotions and tried my best to be a good partner. He said I was gentle and considerate, and that I was the person who understood him best in the world. I thought it was a compliment, but I never expected that my goodness would be taken for granted by him. I'm like a glass of plain water. He can't live without me, yet he finds me too bland. Pink hair, pretty nails, and colorful tattoos all over your body. You like this kind of person, don't you? Mark trembled violently, his face as pale as paper. How old is she? 20. Has she graduated from college? Mark, you really disgust me. Emily, I really never thought about getting involved with her. Please believe me. He reached for my hand, his fingertips trembling. 3 months ago, I was assigned to a new project, and the leader who valued me also left. I was feeling down, so I went for a drink with Kai and the others, and we ended up at Sunmi, where I met Anna. I really didn't intend to get involved with her. I was just drunk and in a bad mood, so I confided some of my inner thoughts to her. You were too busy with work back then and didn't have time to listen to my complaints. But I'm a person too. I need to vent my emotions. I laughed. So it's all my fault. I didn't take good care of your emotions. So you found another woman as a confidant. He shook his head desperately. It's not like that. I know I made mistakes. I messed everything up. But I never thought about breaking up with you. We've been together for 10 full years. You've become a part of my blood and bones, an integral part of my life. I can't live without you. His eyes were red, rimmed, as if he were about to cry any second. Yeah, you can't live without me. So you chose to lie to me. I took out my phone and showed him the photos I took last night. Under the dim yellow light, Mark and Anna were kissing. 10 years of relationship. And on the night before our engagement, you went to a bar and kissed another girl. Are the photos clear? I haven't wronged you this time, have I? If you still think it's not enough, I have surveillance footage from the nail salon on my phone, and chat logs from your drinking buddy group. Oh, and also the details of your affairs that your little lover confided in me when she treated me like a confidant. The first time was in a narrow, cramped toilet stall with a pungent smell, but you couldn't hold back and pulled up her skirt. The second time was in our marital home. You were lying on my bed. Stop talking, please. I beg you. Stop talking. Mark frantically covered my mouth, tears streaming down his cheeks. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I deserve to die. Given our 10 years of relationship, please forgive me this once. I shook my head. If I forgive you, I'll live in pain every single day after that. I won't be this foolish anymore. As soon as I finished speaking, there was another knock at the door. Sarah went to open the door. Uncle and Aunt, why are you here? Turning around, I saw Mark's parents and my parents. Mark's mother's face was grim. As soon as she saw me, she immediately started grilling me. What is going on here? Emily, today is your engagement ceremony. The elders and relatives of both families are here, and you suddenly disappeared. Do you know how embarrassing this is for us? Emily, we chose you as our daughter-in-law because you were sensible and knew how to behave. If I had known you were so unreliable, I wouldn't have agreed to your marriage in the first place. I let out a scoff. Ever since Mark and I got together, his mother was never too pleased with me. The Liu family's circumstances were indeed better than mine, and they always wanted a daughter-in-law who was a better match in terms of social standing. Because of this, I was afraid Mark would be put in a difficult position. So I put up with it and even tried to flatter his mother in various ways. I just wanted her to genuinely accept me. Thinking about it now, it's quite laughable. Auntie, you don't have to speak so harshly. Whether I'm reliable or not also depends on what your precious son has done. I showed her the photos of Mark kissing Anna. If you could see your fiancé kissing another woman the night before your engagement and still remain unfazed and attend the engagement ceremony the next day, then I would truly admire you. If you can't do that, then don't speak so easily. How can you speak like that? It's disrespectful to your elders and shows a lack of upbringing. Mrs. Liu, please watch your words. My daughter was also raised with great care. Your son did something disgusting first. My daughter has been polite to you by doing this. My usually honest and dutiful father got angry for me for the first time and argued with someone. He was trembling with anger and rushed forward to hit Mark. Mark, my Emily has always been devoted to you. How could you have the nerve to do something like this? Mark's mother coughed twice. Even if my son Xiaoxiu is wrong, hasn't he apologized? There's no need to make such a fuss. To put it bluntly, what man doesn't cheat? You two have been together for 10 years. Anyone else would have gotten tired of you by now. It's my son Xiaoxiu who has always been devoted to Emily. An occasional slip up shouldn't be unforgivable, right? If you want a man who will only be loyal to you for a lifetime, then don't get married for the rest of your life. Mom, stop talking. Mark's face got uglier and uglier. This is between Emily and me. Don't interfere. Honey, I just can't stand herself. Righteous attitude. She's already marrying into our family with a high status. What grievances does she have? Say that again. My dad's face turned bright red, and he rolled up his sleeves, ready to fight with her family. Enough, I shouted, and the surroundings immediately fell silent. Auntie, I know you've looked down on me from the beginning, thinking I'm not good enough for Mark. Anyway, Mark and I won't have a future, so I might as well make things clear. It was your precious son who shamelessly pursued me back then, writing me love letters every day and sending me breakfast. It was also your precious son who proposed to me, asking me to marry him. You all know perfectly well how I treated your precious son all these years we were together. Your precious son did something disgusting and wronged me. As the saying goes, a child's behavior reflects on the parents. You and your husband should both apologize to me on his behalf. Instead, you're being bossy and complaining that I'm unforgiving when I'm in the right. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you keep pestering me and push me too far, I'll post all the shameful things your precious son has done online and let netizens judge who's right and who's wrong. After saying that, I pointed to the door. This is my friend's place. Please leave immediately. I won't attend the engagement ceremony, and I won't marry Mark. From now on, please stop harassing me and my parents. Mark's mother was so angry her face turned red, but she was so retorted by me that she couldn't say a word. Fine. We're leaving. We don't care about you as a daughter. In law anyway. The old couple left, cursing and grumbling. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry for embarrassing you. I hadn't cried facing all of that, but seeing the undeniable worry on my parents' faces, I couldn't hold back my tears. My willfulness has made you a laughingstock in the eyes of others. Mom held my hand. What joke? Not joke. Emily, you did the right thing. If you got married so carelessly, you wouldn't be happy later on. How can face be more important than your happiness? I hugged my mom, and my anxious heart finally settled. Your dad and I will go back first and explain to those relatives and friends. Remember to come home tonight. Mom will make you something delicious. After Mom and Dad left, only Mark, Sarah, and I were left in the room. I pointed to the door. You should go too. I don't want to see you again. Mark's eyes were swollen. After being together for so many years, I had never seen him shed so many tears. Were his tears real? Was he truly repentant? Perhaps so, but what good would it do? Emily, I won't give up on you. He left after saying that, looking at his retreating back. For a moment, I felt a bit dazed. It felt like I had returned to the time when I first met him. Such passionate love. I persisted for a whole 10 years, but it still ended without a trace. Sarah patted my shoulder. Everything will pass. Out with the old, in with the new. Maybe there's something better waiting for you ahead. I nodded. In the evening, Sarah and I went home together. As soon as I entered the door, I smelled the strong aroma of food. Mom and Dad were still busy in the kitchen. Seeing us two come back, Mom immediately came over and handed me some freshly fried radish balls. Dinner will be ready soon. I made the fried pork ribs that Emily likes, and the steamed sea bass that Xia likes. I suddenly let out a long sigh of relief. It turns out everything isn't that bad. It's just losing the wrong person. The people who love me still love me. I still have a chance to start over. After dinner, Sarah and I decided to have a drink. We randomly found a bar. We ordered a whole dozen beers. Sarah leaned against me, already a little tipsy. We haven't gone out like this in so long. Ever since you moved in with Mark. It's like you instantly stepped into married life. Every day after work, you're not thinking about resting and relaxing, but about grocery shopping and cooking. Occasionally, when I wanted to invite you out for a drink, you always said you were busy. I know. You had to stay home and accompany Mark. He doesn't like you going out and having fun with us. Over the years, you've changed too much for him. I'm afraid you'll be too tired, and I'm worried you'll lose yourself. It's all good now. An end is a new beginning. Things will get better and better in the future. Sarah, just like when we were kids, squeezed my fingers. My nose tingled, and I couldn't help but cry. Halfway through the drinks, my stomach churned, and I stumbled into the restroom. I threw up until I was dizzy, splashing water on my face at the sink. I opened my eyes, and a tissue was immediately handed to me. Jessica, what are you doing here? The voice made me a little dazed. Turning around, I happened to see a familiar face. Mr. Yi. I actually saw William in a bar. He's the department director in charge of liaising with me at my partner company. What a coincidence. He nodded. It is quite a coincidence. Which table are you at? Interested in having a drink together. After he said that, I couldn't refuse. I led him back to our booth, and Sarah's eyes widened. She was completely stunned. Where did you find such a handsome guy? I gave her a wink. This is the boss from the company I'm liaising with. He elegantly extended his hand and greeted Sarah. Hello. For the next 2 hours, we ordered more drinks, playing games, listening to music. Time passed quickly. William has a high alcohol tolerance. By the end, he still had a poker face. He even found a designated driver to take Sarah and me home. The car stopped downstairs in our residential complex, and Sarah stumbled out. However, William held me back. I need to tell you something. I waved to let Sarah go upstairs first. Sitting in the car, my head felt groggy, as if I were lying in bottomless water. Jessica, why didn't you come to the meeting last time? Mr. Yi. I've already been transferred out of the project. I was a bit helpless, secretly complaining that he still wanted to talk about work with me at this time. Did you apply for the transfer yourself? I nodded hazily. I've been following this project for nearly half a year, and I've developed some feelings for it. Under normal circumstances, I would definitely see it through to the end. The reason I applied for the transfer is because I feel that William is a bit unusual towards me. Every time after a meeting, he would drive me home. When I couldn't help but yawn during a meeting, he would ask his assistant to treat everyone to coffee. When I posted on moments that I had a fever, he immediately sent someone to deliver medicine. I'm an adult now, and when faced with excessive kindness from someone, I know what it means. I'm different from Mark. When I'm with him, I absolutely cannot let myself get distracted for even a second. Loving someone should be with all your heart. So, I proactively applied to be transferred out of the project. Jessica, say something. Mr. Yi. I feel that, if it were any other time when I hadn't been drinking, I would have immediately found an excuse to fob him off. But now, my head is groggy, and my IQ has dropped to negative numbers. I can't think at all. You said you broke up with your boyfriend earlier. Right. He cheated. And you even caught him kissing the other woman. I rubbed my head. Mr. Yi, you don't need to repeat these annoying things to me again. So are you single? I nodded. Genuine single. Mr. Yi, if you have any handsome, successful people around in the future, remember to think of me. I stumbled as I opened the car door. I'm leaving. See you around if we're fated to meet. How much is the bill for tonight's drinks? I'll see you later. I took 2 steps and was pulled back. The next second, a kiss was pressed onto me. My mind went blank, and my hands instinctively pushed against his shoulders, but not with much force. Do I count as a successful person? Am I handsome? Do I meet your requirements? My mind went blank. His face came infinitely close, and while I felt this wasn't quite right, I couldn't help but sigh that his face was indeed authoritative. He was quite good looking. The kiss covered me completely, and I couldn't dodge it, so I went along with it. After a moment of passionate confusion, he stopped, panting. "All right, I'll take you upstairs. You really are something." I wiped the smeared lipstick from the corner of my mouth, silently complaining that he would just leave after flirting. I didn't have the nerve to say the latter half of that sentence out loud. He walked me upstairs and, before leaving, he cupped my head and whispered in my ear, "Let's take it slow." The next day when I woke up, I thought it was all a dream. But the breakfast that showed up at my door right on time, and what he wrote in the delivery notes, "Eat some porridge. It's good for your stomach," made me realize that everything yesterday wasn't a dream. Holy crap. Director Yi is going to pursue you. I didn't know whether to nod or shake my head. In the end, I could only stay silent. Open your eyes and see. Isn't this 10,000 times better than Mark? Sarah seemed even more excited than I was. I initially thought it was just a whim from William, but I never expected that after that day, he would actually start pursuing me. Every day, my desk would receive a bouquet of yellow roses, my favorite flower. He was very busy with work, but he still messaged me in his spare time. Someone so aloof would even learn to reply to me with stickers. It was then I realized what it felt like to be treated with care. Days went by, and just as I was gradually emerging from the shadows, Mark found me again. Actually, he hadn't stopped trying to contact me during this time. According to a mutual friend, he was transferred to Xiamen for a business trip, which is why he was away for a while. "Emily, I came to find you as soon as I got back from my business trip. I just felt annoyed. Why is he still looking for me? Does he think I'm eager to see him? We haven't seen each other for over a month. I've missed you so much." Seeing him with a stubble and so thin he was almost unrecognizable. I don't doubt that he's lying, but what does that have to do with me? Please, give me another chance. I know you can't get over that hurdle, and I'm here today to clear up all the misunderstandings between us. I was a bit helpless. Even now, you still sugarcoat the disgusting things you've done as misunderstandings. I didn't expect it, but more helplessness was yet to come. He even found my childhood friends from the drinking buddy group, Kai, Ryan, and Max. "Emily, please give Mark a chance. He truly loves you, and he really knows he was wrong this time. We, your brothers, have also wronged you. We're here today to apologize to you. We'll never take him drinking again." Kai smiled ingratiatingly at me. "I know you guys grew up together with Mark. It's only natural for you to side with him. But after I got together with Mark, I also considered you guys my friends. I saw every tease you made in the group, every attempt to set up Mark and Anna, and every word of belittlement towards me. I never thought that years of friendship were not as good as a stranger I met 3 months ago. Since you're here today, I'll make things clear. Mark and I broke up, and you and I are no longer friends. Let's pretend we don't know each other if we meet in the future. Emily." Mark took my hand, his eyes reddening again. In front of Kai and the others, he actually knelt down to me. He tremblingly took out his phone and clicked into a video. Look, I've really broken up with Anna for good." Anna's heart-wrenching cries came from the video, and Mark's indifferent rejection. "You and I were just a fling. I only love Emily. I was wrong before. I couldn't resist temptation. But now I'm clear-headed. Let's never contact each other again." Anna's crying grew louder. She humbly begged Mark not to leave. "Brother Sue, we can still be together secretly. I'm willing to be your hidden mistress. I won't let Jessica know. Please don't leave me. I won't lie to Jessica again. Whether she knows or not, I will be forever loyal to her," Mark said, choked up. Actually, that night, I went to the bar to break up with her. I was indecisive before. Emily, this time, I really know I was wrong. If it were before, seeing him beg me so humbly, I would have softened. But now, I don't feel anything anymore. The most painful time has passed. I realized that after leaving him, I could live a better life. Those obsessions from before are gone. I shook his hand off. "Mark, let me go. And let yourself go too. Not everything in this world can be fixed after the fact. The love I want must be spotless. Can a broken vase be restored to its original state? Even if I forgive you, every day we spend together from now on, I will remember that you betrayed me. I will be more pained, more distressed, and might even go to great lengths to get revenge on you. making you suffer just like me. Are you really willing to live a life like this? 40 years. 50 years. For the rest of my life. I will never trust you again. I don't want to live this kind of life. So, you should leave. We are truly over. 10 years have passed. You don't owe me. And I don't owe you. Let's part on good terms. I looked at Mark and remembered the first time we met. He was wearing a tank top, playing basketball on the court. He made a three-pointer, and the whole crowd cheered. That was the best time of my life. I really loved him, but it's all in the past now. Seeing him cry like a child in front of me, I no longer hated him, because without love, there naturally won't be hate. I turned and left, leaving him in the past. The beginning of the story was so good, but we have to accept the anticlimactic ending. I believe that there will be better people waiting for me in the future. My phone suddenly vibrated. It was a message from William. I'm getting off work early today. Want to grab dinner together? My chest fluttered. I took a deep breath, and after confirming that I had completely left the past behind, I replied to him with just one word. Okay.